Hi, this is Kevin Deal from Upscale Audio. Today we're going to talk about the REL 212 SE subwoofer. I don't think I need to make a video about this because John Hunter from REL made one that is so masterful and really covers what the product is. But I want to tell you my perspective of it and why I think you might want to consider this, and if not this one, another REL product. Listen, I have people that say, first of all, we're not talking about just the home theater thing. I got the home theater thing and all that. The biggest issue I have is so many subwoofers do a bad job with music. And you hear that from customers. They go, oh no, I had a subwoofer and I didn't like it. Well, you know why you didn't like it? Because you bought the wrong one. You bought one that was made by a speaker manufacturer, or maybe kind of a cheesy one. And because you didn't adjust it properly. REL's credo, and that's why I love them so much, and that's why I love John Hunter so much. Their credo is do no harm. Everything that the subwoofer does should be additive to the music experience. I sell great speakers here. Right over here is a REL Scala Utopia. It's a very capable speaker that has unbelievable bottom end. But right behind this pair of Scala Utopias, you're going to see a pair of REL G1s. And John Hunter came down here and we spent hours positioning this and having fun and setting it up. And I'm telling you something, it was an incredible experience. And after he got done, you know what we were listening to? We weren't listening to explosions. We weren't even listening to music that was that bass heavy. John will tell you this. We were listening to Neil Young VH1 Unplugged Performance, which does not have a ton of bass. But what the REL subwoofers did was increase the density of his vocals and just the sense of his body being there. Subwoofers make up for those deficiencies. They allow you to make up for room problems. That's what it's about. I just added a subwoofer to my Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, and I did not do it to add bass. I did it to fix the midband. And if you do it right, it's going to give you a big bump, not in just bass, but in the performance of your loudspeakers. That's what I want you to know. Listen, I sell great speakers here. These Focals are amazing speakers. I would never tell you, don't tell them I said this, but I don't care what speaker brand it is, I would not tell you to buy their subwoofers. It's a different category of product. And these people specialize in it. They hook up differently than other products. They're faster, they're more tuneful. They will line up cohesively with your main speakers and just create a sense of like this thing that you don't even know that you are missing right now. One of the greatest demonstrations I ever heard was some stacked REL G1s or G2s with a pair of big speakers, and they had a switch to switch the subwoofers in and out. The music they were playing was an a cappella voice in a church. That's what I'm talking about. So what makes this amazing? Well, what is this for? Jesus Christ, this is for somebody with a big room that needs to be pressurized. Don't put this into a little apartment or a little condo or something because you could kind of overblow your system. It has a 1,000-watt amplifier, two 12-inch active drivers, passive radiator on the bottom and on the back. And because of the passive on the bottom and on the back, it really gives you that big sense of scale. But again, what I love about it is how fast and tuneful it is. But if you put it into a room that's too small, it could be a little bit much. I know you guys like to overdo it. I know what guys do. You want to fix everything with duct tape and Gorilla Glue, right? This is not a time to do that. This is for somebody that has a larger room that's kind of hard to pressurize. And if you get this and you set it up, it's going to create magic in your system. Now, what makes REL different is how they hook up. And we're going to kind of turn this around. I'm not going to get into all the mechanics of what's in here because watch John Hunter's video. I mean, it's amazing. I just want to talk about something with you. So we're going to flip it around here in just a second.
A few moments later.
Here we are looking at the back. Okay, well, what makes a REL different? Well, some manufacturers only like to work with low-level signals, meaning they're going to be coming off the 0.1 signal, the LFE, of a surround sound receiver. Now, depending on the surround sound product, you may or may not have sufficient bass management to get the subwoofer to help you when you're just listening to two-channel music. In fact, that happens a lot. So REL is the only subwoofer that I can think of that is designed to work both ways. So what you do is this. You're going to use the speak-on connector and go to the speaker terminations of the amplifier. The amp is not driving this specifically. The amp is not being loaded down by this. It's just taking a sample of the signal. So the subwoofer is seeing the exact same signal as the main speakers. Why do they do that? To make it blend more gracefully. And it's been done very, very scientifically, and it's designed to be used that way. And no other manufacturer in the world does it that way, where it's designed to make the subwoofer see the same signal, blend beautifully with the main speakers in a way that is, it's much more transparent, so it's less apparent that you're using a subwoofer. And that's how you're able to get that mid-range enhancement, the mid-range body that you don't get from other subwoofers. So what you're going to do in a home theater system is first you're going to set this up as a good subwoofer to enhance the music experience, and you've got a level and crossover adjustment just for doing that. Then you have a separate level adjustment for the LFE channel, and you're going to adjust that independently for when you're watching movies and you want the boom, boom, boom and all the fun stuff. Now, you also, should you choose to do so, you can hook it up with just a stereo left and right in coming in and not use the speak-on connector. So you do have that flexibility, but really, I suggest using speak-ons. Listen to what I'm going to tell you. Oh, by the way, they also have the fabulous Longbow wireless adapter, and that thing, you know what? I kind of poo-pooed it for the longest time because for some reason I just didn't believe it. I figured it's going to compress the bass, it's going to lose some of its character until I heard it, and it is exactly the same as hooking it up hardwired. It's an amazing, amazing feat. So I got to applaud REL and John Hunter for getting that done. So the whole idea here is you need to take time to make sure that you adjust this so you enhance the midband, not just the bottom end. This is a subwoofer that I promise you, listen, I just bought my own dream home, and I'm going to be getting the pair of the biggest Focal Grand Utopias. I decided to just go all out. And I can assure you that those speakers have amazing bass performance. At that kind of money, they damn well better, because they're 560 pounds each, and they are super expensive. But I'm going to have a pair of RELs, one on either side, because I know what it's going to be able to do for the music performance of my system. Not just the boom, boom, boom when I'm playing movies. I want better music. That's what REL does. Listen, come to our beautiful 10,000 square foot store. None of my employees work on commission. Nobody. We guarantee the best price. You can trade in your old tchotchke crappy subwoofer should you choose to do so. We got no interest financing, and we will treat your system like it's our system. And then when you get it home, we're going to talk to you about how to make this thing work. If you need it, I've got experts here. They're not on commission. So it's not like they got to go, oh, it's that dude calling with a question. They will help you after the sale, and that's how you make the magic happen. Thanks for shopping Upscale Audio.